Hey Libras, this is your January 2020 read. We're going to get Spirit's message for you, channel it first, and then we're going to go into some horoscope. 2 announcements though. One-on-ones are open. If you want a power hour with Spirit, go to kellylunt.com/power hour with Spirit. As a gift, you'll also receive a ticket to my January 25th workshop at $500 value. And also I'm starting High Vibe Monday, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where I go live, and I just try to get everyone a lot of mini messages and a lot of reads. That will be on YouTube and my Facebook business page. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm starting Meditation Thursdays, which will be on YouTube and my Facebook group, Living in Alignment, where we'll start with a meditation that will also give you an energetic shift, and then we'll go into coaching, storytelling, personal growth, not quite mini reads for people. So I'll let you guys know about that. Without further ado, Libra, let's get straight to your message. Being you is tougher than you thought. For some time now, you thought that being you meant making the highest dollar amount, which meant making premium dollar, which meant making more than your family, which meant being financially independent of your family. If I'm financially independent of them and don't need them, then I'm being me. But what you're starting to realize and uncover is that it's a little bit deeper than that. Are you doing this because your parents praised and rewarded you a lot for that when you were younger? Are you doing this because your parents shamed that and said no, no, no to that behavior, so you repressed that part of you? You're just now tipping that iceberg to discover who you really are, Libra. So rather than maybe dip into despair, why not view it as the journey's finally begun. Now I'm tapping into who I really am. Tapping into who I really am. As much as some of this might suck and not feel good, and I might feel like, what was all of that work I did beforehand? I'm just now, I figured out something that I really like, a preference. Now, instead of that guard up, instead of that, no, you will not do this bad thing to me as your definition of who you really are. Libras, now it's about, you know what, I do like reading books at the park Saturday morning. You know what, vanilla ice cream is my favorite. Who wants to go get ice cream today? You know, I do enjoy jujitsu. I'm going to do it just for the fun of it. You're starting to tap into your preferences, Libra. So rejoice in that. And with that, we invite Kelly to do 7 cards, 2, 3. Interesting. I'm letting Spirit call the shots to do some custom card pulls. So you guys will have to give me a comment afterwards and let me know how you like it. Ooh. Let me know how you like it. 6, 7, and then they said 2. Where do you want the 2 to go? Oh, right here. Where do you want the 3 to go? Right here. Oh, interesting. Well, you're going through some growth, guys. Okay. Wow. This is a unique spread, Spirit. Let me spread the cards out a little bit so I got some more room here. See everything. Yeah, you're not... Libras, you're really not wanting to let your guard down. You're not wanting to drop your guard. It's kind of like your guard up has protected you for so long that now you're like, but if I drop that and let that go, they'll hurt me again. So just kind of know that there's a little bit of a thought pattern of that going on there. But to kickstart the message, you got the King of Water upright. So this is definitely a very good sign. It's the King and it's upright and it's the water suit. So it is kind of like love. It is that unconditional love. It's also the King. So his money or his confidence in his ability to make money is kind of taken care of because he's now starting the phase of I just want to soften a bit. I just want to love a bit. So you're definitely kind of starting the phase of compassion, of not holding people to such meticulous standards. If you really loved me, this is how you would act. Hey, you did that behavior. Because I can tell you guys, some of your past relationships, the people that you were in them with definitely kind of felt like, what the heck? I did one thing that he didn't like, but there's these 20 other things that I did. But because of this one, I'm shut out. Because of this one, I'm in the dunce corner. A lot of how you've been approaching life beforehand has kind of been you either treat me meticulous and perfect, or it clearly means you're not worthy of my trust. And you just, if they do one little thing, you've been like revoking your trust. Guys, that's not fair to the other person. What that stems from is trauma when you were 2. When you're 2, you're going through that, that me, self-centered, unconditional love phase. It's where you can show up to mom and dad and you're happy and they hug you. Or you can be like, temper tantruming and they're like, oh, are you just hungry? That's where you kind of get that, however I show up, I'm still loved. But if you, for whatever reason, whether it was like abuse or whether it was, maybe there was a war in your country, or maybe it was just, mom had to work 2 jobs. So when you were screaming and crying when she got home, she was like, honey, can you just be quiet? If you didn't get that need met when you were 2, you do tend to carry that on into your adult relationships, and you hold people, you go, no, I just have standards, when in reality, you're just putting that unmet need onto the people that you're dating when you're older. And that's not fair for them, because they literally have to be perfect. They literally have to be perfect for you to be happy, Libras. So the next card after that is the Knight of Earth. So first off, the Knight of Earth in love moves pretty slow anyway. It's a very slow moving energy. It's when it finally gets to the point of like fruition, it's a pretty good relationship. But some people are like, all right, it's been like a year, we've been friends. Does he know if he wants to date or not yet? And they end up like moving on to someone else. That's kind of what happens. But you're the Knight of Earth reversed right now, which means you're kind of taking like a bit of a pause to love. And the reason why is because now you have those 2 cards that were crossing it, the 7 of Air upright and the Magician reversed. So you are starting to realize, hey, this like love thing is not working out the way it's not working out. And there's a little bit of you that held such, nope, this is the way to love. This is the way to get a partner. And it hasn't worked out for you. Or it might be, this is the way to true love. So let's say you do have a partner. You've just been holding kind of staunchly, I don't say stubbornly, firmly in your beliefs of, nope, this is how you have to be in a relationship to get true love. And you're kind of starting to realize that like that how you've been approaching it isn't working. It's just flat out not working. And what that's doing is it's making you go through a little bit of a life experience moment. This is the Tower card in traditional tarot. It's where literally like your life is crumbling down all around you. And you're like, she left me. No one's dating me. Dating's getting harder. Because guys, when people get older, they tend to pick up on those red flags quicker and easier. But it's literally like all falling apart where you realize the way that you've been approaching love before, you're like, oh crap, it's not working. And so what's crossing that though, is you've got to release that you didn't have the happy home life that you wanted when you were younger. You got the Death card reversed, 10 of Water reversed, followed by the 7 of Earth upright. So the reason you don't want to let go of it because it kept you guarded, it kept you safe. You don't want to admit that you've been going about it wrong. You don't want to admit that something that had such good intentions for yourself was actually starting to realize kind of hurt people that you dated. Damn, this is just all around a spiritual growth moment for you. And it's like you're not ready to let go of the pain of when you were younger. You're gonna do it because when it's a tower moment, it's happening no matter what. You literally have no control over it. There's just a little bit of delay in there. It's kind of like that moment where you're, no, but if I release and let go of all this like bad stuff that happened, then I'll get hurt again in the future. Or sometimes people think, no, but if I release all this bad stuff and like literally forget it and release it, then that's me not honoring like the 30 years of my life that sucked post that event. Like if I forgive parents who abused me, then that's like me wiping out the 20 years of when I was getting kicked out of groups, people weren't wanting to be friends with me. It's like me not honoring that part of my life. So it may not be that deep, Libra. There's just a little bit of you that doesn't want to let go of the pain from your past. So guys, I have a video up on YouTube that's called Forgive But Don't Forget. And what that is you forgive because that just releases your energy of the situation. You forget the situation, but you do not forget your boundaries, your preferences. If you went home for 2 months, your life went to complete life experience tower, went to complete shit afterwards. You want to forgive it. You want to release the people's energy back to them so that you're not holding on to it. You're not messing up your life anymore. You want to kind of like forget the bad time and time as you go through the grief process. But you don't want to forget, or you do want to remember what your boundaries are now, your preferences are. I now know if I go visit my family again, I'm getting a hotel, I'm getting my own car, I'm paying my own airfare out there. And I'm staying 1, 2, 3 days max. You don't forget that boundary. You don't forget that preference. That's how you're going to honor your life. That's how you're going to be happy. All right. Let's move on to these next cards. So after you go through all of that, which is a lot, guys, that's probably going to take you some time to process all those emotions. We got the 3 of water reversed right here. We got the 6 of air upright. So it looks like you are going to make it through this. You got the 9 of water reversed and you got the 2 of air upright. Okay, so it's like that sobering. It's like, you go through the storm, right? Then there's that calm after the storm, and you're just kind of realizing, dang, what I thought was happiness, it really isn't happiness. You guys got to honor those. Sometimes getting financially independent, a lot of people think, once I'm financially independent, then I'll be happy. No, what the financial independence does is the financial independence then lets you decide how you spend your time, who you spend it with, where you spend it, what you buy, what you don't buy. So the financial independence was just like the first stage of your journey. Instagram, it looks like I'm running out of storage on my phone, so you're going to have to watch the rest of this video on YouTube. Love you guys. Bye. Click the link in my bio and you'll see January 2020 zodiac messages. So it's just kind of recognizing some people, you don't want to get stuck like your outcome card in but now what, I thought this was happiness, I guess there never is happiness. No, it's, hey, now I'm on the path to actual happiness. So following that, you got the 6 of air upright, and that's where you are going to have a little bit of an epiphany moment where you start to move forward and go, all right, even though this kind of brutal realization sucked and didn't feel good, I now know that I'm towards like a better path. Then you got the 9 of water reversed, and so the 9 of water upright, that's when you're like living the happy, happy, joy life. You're like, all right, life is good. I'm very happy. I'm very content. When it's reversed, it means like the happiness is there. You just got to like fully allow it in. So it's there. They're just not quite fully seen it all the way. Okay. So at least it's there. At least it's in your vicinity when you're ready to see it and ready to like experience it to its fullest. The reason why you won't be able to see it is your last card in the spread, which is the 2 of air upright. And this is kind of like pretending there is no problem, not wanting to make a decision. And it's kind of like, it's really more about But wait, I did all that work, all that effort to get where I'm at, and it didn't bring me all the happiness that I thought it would. So there's a little, I don't want to say fear, but there's a little bit of stalling out of, let me just make sure this next plan of action that I make is actually one that will be beneficial for me. So it's kind of more like you're at an impasse of trying to figure out your steps to true happiness. Be okay with that, Libras. Be okay with processing all of those emotions. Know that that might take you the whole month. It might spill over into the next couple of months. But it actually, I know in the moment it doesn't feel like a good spot to be at. But guys, once you have your financial independence, that's when you really have the time to, do you want to hire coaches? Do you want to hire therapists? Do you want to go volunteer at the dog shelter and walk a dog? You have that time freedom to choose how you want to spend your time, and you have the time to let those epiphany moments happen, to focus on your happiness, to focus on healing, to focus on what do I want. And if I could give any advice, Libras, it would be, don't worry about making the one end all be all plan. Instead, go, all right, universe, okay, God, okay, angels, I'd like to experience some happiness and some love in my life. How can that happen? And then just view it as, I'll do this for a month. I'm just going to try this meditation practice for a month. After a month, I'll see how it works out. It worked out really well for me. I'm going to do it another month, and maybe I'll add this on. That worked out well for me. Maybe now I'll change one thing about my diet. So then you're walking, meditating, and then you're eating one healthier thing every month. And just like every month, just kind of reevaluate, what did I do for self-care? What did I do for personal growth? What did I do for spiritual growth? And just see how it worked out for you at the end of a month. If you liked it, keep doing it. If not, get some other ideas. All right, love you guys. If you liked the video, give me a comment, give me a thumbs up. If you want help with this to kind of accelerate your growth here, accelerate processing of those emotions, and if you really want to be able to tap into who you are and tap into your preferences, what you like doing, that is exactly what a power hour is for, so that you can wake up feeling happy, knowing what you want to do, and going out there and experiencing it and having fun. Book a power hour. I gift you a seat on my January 25th workshop, a $500 value. Would love to see you guys there because we could really accelerate this growth. Love you guys. Bye.